Welcome back, everyone. Markets flipped the script today with a solid rebound off yesterday's breakdowns, fueled by that surprisingly tame inflation print coming in well below consensus. SPY is now caught between the 20 and 50-day averages as buyers push back. XLF keeps flexing relative strength, and all eyes are on XLRE's do-or-die hold at 4037 classic rotation action heading into the holidays.
You're tuned into the Stock Market Summary series, and as you guys know, none of this is buying or selling advice.
Nope, we're just here to provide market commentary and education, but nothing we say here is financial advice. Okay, let's get into it.
That aggressive bounce was definitely a reaction to that broad selling pressure we mentioned last week.
It was sharp.
Yeah, and if you look at the index breakdown, SPY finished up, 0.76%, but the real story was QQQ.
Oh, absolutely, up 1.45%.
That tells you the soft landing narrative just immediately forced growth buyers right back in. The Dow predictably lagged at only 0.15%.
And the small caps, IWM, added about 0.59%, which is constructive. It looks like it's potentially finding some footing right near its 20-day moving average. But the technical check on SPY, though, that's key. We are now squarely sandwiched between those converged 20 and 50-day moving averages.
And when those two lines tinch together like that, it just screams market indecision,
It really does. It often comes right before a sharp directional move.
Yeah.
The bulls have claimed the zone for now, but that volatility meter is definitely spiking.
What's fascinating to me here is the continued resilience in financials. In XLF.
Right.
The pullback remains incredibly shallow, even with all the rate uncertainty. This strength, it isn't just sentiment. It suggests banks are actually faring better than expected, maybe hedging effectively. There's real underlying strength there.
But on the flip side, if we're looking at risk, all focus is still on real estate, on XLRE. It is just tiptoeing right above that critical $40.37 support we flagged. So seeing a volume-driven sell-off today, right on the edge of that level, that raises the stakes immensely. A clean break lower could really confirm a longer-term bearish trend for the whole sector.
And the reason buyers even had a shot today was squarely that economic news.
Yeah, that inflation data.
That cooler November inflation data just eased all the near-term pressure on the Fed, and it validates this whole rotation we're seeing.
It totally solidified the soft landing trade. Core inflation rate year over year came in cooler at 2.6%, which just crushed the 3% consensus.
And headline printed at 2.7 versus a 3% forecast. That's a massive beat. It gives the market confidence that the worst of the rate cycle is priced in.
Absolutely. Now, if we translate that confidence into actual setups, we're keeping a close eye on First Solar, FSLR.
Oh, that's a great chart. It's consolidating beautifully. On the weekly, you've got a clear bull flag.
Right, a pause after that sharp rally. And then on the daily, it's tracing out a symmetrical triangle.
That tightening pattern makes it such a prime setup for a potential breakout move.
It really does. But, a little trading wisdom here, identifying the setup is only half the battle. You have to define your risk before you even think about an entry.
100%.
Recognizing these pattern breakouts and then managing the risk around them. Knowing when to hold, when to fold, that is the absolute core of disciplined trading. It's exactly the kind of multi-time frame analysis we teach in depth in the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
Good point.
And hey, we saw your comment at Jiro Mealston, 1092.
Jiro, I think. Hope we're pronouncing that right.
Hope we are. First of all, we really appreciate the comment, and the channel hype referrals are always appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And yeah, we're keeping an eye on miners as well, like GDX and SILJ. And you're right, they haven't rocketed like gold and silver have, but they are certainly trending higher.
We'll be monitoring them to see if anything jumps out at us going forward, so thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, and if anyone else out there has a stock you'd like us to take a look at or break down, just drop it in the comments like Mr. Mealston, and we'll possibly mention it.
And as always, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. It really helps us reach a wider audience.
And click subscribe too. You can always unsubscribe later.
Okay, switching gears a bit. Bitcoin gave back about 1% today. It spiked early, but then sellers emerged pretty quickly.
There's still some caution there.
Yeah, I'd stay cautious. If the bulls fail to defend this current level, we could see more pressure, maybe toward that critical $80,000 zone.
And the physical metals. They cooled off a bit today.
They did. GLD was down just a bit, 0.18%, but silver, SLV, dropped 1.56%.
But what's noteworthy there is that even if that drop, silver continues to hold relatively strong, right around 65.50.
Right, because of those industrial tailwinds we've mentioned before, it's showing better relative strength than gold right now.
So wrapping this all up, what's the takeaway? Today's gains and that softer inflation, it's a constructive response. It reinforces that sector strength while buyers try to reclaim the initiative.
Exactly.
So the big question we'll leave you with is this. Will this bounce hold above those key moving averages into year-end, finally confirming the trend? Or do sellers just reload for another test of those November lows before the calendar flips?
We'll see. Have a great rest of the day, everyone.
We'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.